My name is Nick Teti. I'm a member of Coshocton Environmental and Community Awareness Incorporated. We are a group of citizen volunteers who organized a 501c3 to protect our community's environment. Ohio needs federal regulatory oversight of all operations of the oil and gas industry to assure the safety of our citizens. Specifically, we need the EPA to begin asserting control over injection wells and the handling of toxic, highly radioactive oil field waste that the state of Ohio is permitting to be dumped on our roads for use as a de-icer and dust suppressor. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources is tasked with oversight of this waste stream. They have conducted tests that confirm that oil field brine from both conventional and horizontally drilled oil and gas wells contain dangerously high amounts of radium from the oil shales. Yet their websites promotes this radioactive waste to unsuspecting truckers as a harmless saline liquid that could be handled and spread, quote, with minimal risk to groundwater contamination. ODNR makes no mention of their own test results, which can be seen in Appendix 1, which I have attached to my testimony. So that is our brine fact sheet. Despite the fact that tests show levels of radium-236 and 238 far exceeding the maximum environmental discharge level, the agency will not act to protect Ohio's rural families. The waste is currently being marketed as aqua salina after the addition of an anti-corrosive agent. This does not reduce the radioactivity, which is not even near safe release levels. The state legislature has deregulated the disposal of this waste and is allowing it to be spread in our neighborhoods without inspections for radioactive contamination, with inadequate monitoring of aqua salina's radiation levels, and with limited accountability. The ODNR is ineffective and fatally compromised agency that has been suborned into compliance with the interests of the industry it should be monitoring and regulating. It has little interest in protecting the people of Ohio from the threats of pollution flowing into our state from the oil and gas operations on the Marcellus Shale. Ohio has become the processing, disposal, and storage center for billions of gallons of toxic radioactive liquid and solid waste. Tons of volatile organic compounds and methane gas generated by fracking operations are leaking into our air. Now, in my own county, ODNR's handling of the Buckeye brine injection wells. In 2011, the owner of a waste disposal business called Buckeye Brine obtained land at the junction of three rivers in Coshocton County that flow into the Ohio-Mississippi basin. He was previously shut down by the state of Texas with a record of multiple toxic gas releases and ground pollution events that devastated the small town of Winona, Texas. He applied for permits to construct 3 injection wells built to Class 1 standards on the river junction site. On the junction site to 3 rivers. ODNR granted the permit for this site for the wells to begin heavy industrial operations, handling, storing, and processing toxic radioactive oil field waste. No consideration by ODNR was given to the risks and impact on the community that the location of this site would pose. It is located on the same road with our airport and public golf course. Directly across the road are 2 schools, the Hopewell Special Needs School and the Coshocton County Joint Vocational School. Located next to them is a major commercial site, the Coshocton Super Walmart Center, and a strip mall hosting various small businesses. Within a 1/2 mile radius of the site is the residential community of Canal Louisville, 2 churches, and a daycare center. The water well field for the city of Coshocton is also located at the junction of these rivers, along with Lake Park, a recreational area that provides the people of Coshocton with swimming, picnicking, an outdoor concert pavilion, a baseball field, a soccer field for our young people, and a soccer field for our young people. The injection wells are near the border of our restored canal town, Roscoe Village, that is a local tourist attraction and a cultural center that provides community celebration and serves people from around the nation during holidays. It is also home to the Central Ohio Technical College branch campus. Next to Roscoe Village is the Footlight Players Theater, where local productions of live theater are staged. In the midst of all these essential core institutions promoting local culture, religion, education, and commerce, ODNR saw no problem with installing a mega toxic waste business. The injection wells were hyped to be safe and reliable in accord with the industry narrative. However, within a few years of operation, 2 of the wells had major problems. One well was built with a faulty cement seal around the system of pipes that injected the waste under our aquifers. In spite of this defect, the well was permitted by ODNR to inject Class 2 oil field waste. They continued to inject waste until they applied to the EPA for a Class 1 waste permit. Buckeye Brine was told no permit could be granted by OEPA until the cement was repaired. According to inspection reports, the second well was having problems getting the rock strata to accept the waste Buckeye Brine was trying to inject. They made numerous attempts to remedy this by injecting large quantities of acid into the well. Eventually, the pipe used to inject the waste separated and the well became unusable. The law required that the wells in this condition be plugged after 6 months. The chief of ODNR intervened and allowed this breached well to remain a pollution threat to the upper layers for over 2 years.